Welcome back to Pre-Algebra Chapter 6, Section 3 in this book. And what we've been learning is cross-multiplying and solving for x. Your book calls it solving proportions using cross products. Very fancy. Go book. And remember I told you this is real important, that you will have two fractions with an equal in between, and they'll give you three of the things and you solve for the fourth one. So I'll show, and it can be any of them that's the missing one, and it'll be a letter instead of a number. So I'll review, and I showed you how to do it last time, but let's do some more, okay? So, and then the other thing is, why this works mathematically is the cross products are equal. 8 times x equals 12 times 20. They're equal mathematically, so we can use that property to be able to solve for them. Okay, so step 1, check that there's fractions on both sides. Check. Step 2, make sure there's an equals. If there's no equals, we can't do it. Step 3, draw arrows across the equals to remind yourself you're cross multiplying and solving for x. And now we multiply across the equals. X times 8 is 8x, and 12 times 20 on the other side. Now we do this math. 12 times 20 is 240, and we bring down what we didn't mess with, 8x and equals. Now we're ready to ask ourselves the question. What's the question? Why is x not alone? Well, because it's being multiplied by an 8. So what do? We do the opposite. What's the opposite of multiplying by 8? Divide by 8. And what you do to one side, you do to the other, meaning one side of the equals. These cancel out. If you have the same thing in the numerator and denominator, you get to cancel it out. And then we do this math. 240 divided by 8 is 30. Dun, 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 dun. Put a box around it. All right? Now, the book talks about that then you fill it back in and make sure and check it. I've told y'all before, I'm dyslexic. Slightly dyslexic. So if I start writing stuff backwards, you know, you don't have to adjust your set. It's me, not your set. But so checking doesn't work for me as a dyslexic, because if I miss it, it's because I flipped something. And if I flipped it once, I'm going to flip it again in the check. And the check will tell me it's right and it's wrong. So I have learned, for me personally, checking is so frustrating that I have learned, for me not to hate math, I don't do it. And so I give you permission not to check if you don't want to. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to buy TI-84 graphing calculators as we go on in our math journey. And I'm going to teach you how to get the calculator to check for you. And the calculator is not dyslexic and does not flip things all over the place the way I do. So I use the calculator to check. He's my checking buddy, or she, because it's this pretty fuchsia color. All right. So yours doesn't have to be that color. It could be this color. All right. Now then, so here's another one. Do I have fractions on both sides? Check. Are they connected with an equal? Check. What do I do next? Draw arrows. Okay? So now I multiply across the arrows. 0.7 times x is 0.7x, and 2 times 14 on the other side. This is showing us, yeah, the numbers can look weird. We can still do it. So 2 times 14 is 28, and now we ask the question, why is x not alone? It's being multiplied by 0.7. What's the opposite of multiplied by 0.7? Divide by 0.7. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Those cancel out. Now with these, I would do that on my calculator, and it tells me x equals 40. Yay! All right, let's do one more. 5 is to 12 as x is to 36. Are there fractions on both sides? Yes. Is there equals? Yes. So can we cross multiply? Yes. 5 times 36 on one side, 12 times x on the other. Notice on this one, I put the x's on this side. On this one, I put the x's on that side. It doesn't matter because the cross products are equal. You can solve it either way. 5 times 36 is 180. Why is x not alone? It's being multiplied by 12. What's the opposite? Divide by 12. What we do to one side, we do to the other. Those 12s cancel out. 180 divided by 12 is 15. I think this is really fun. I hope you do too. Come back and we'll do more. Math is great.